Hey everyone, what's going on? Greg here again from Team Blast. I want to talk about GEO, which is Geography Engine Optimization for your local keywords. I'm going to demo off TM Blast because I can really share what I'm doing for my profile and my business, and maybe this can help you and your business. So I'm using local Falcon. The keyword here is SEO, and I am the blue line over here. So I have a 54% share of local voice. And what's helpful about every scan that you do within local Falcon, it will actually plot it for you, so you can see over time if you're improving or if you drop. So, for example, I do this for all my clients too. I noticed a drop that was taking place for my profile. I had to make changes to it, and now I'm back up at the top. If I scroll down over here, you can see the heat map of how I rank, specifically in a 30-mile radius for the keyword SEO. So this is really helpful, but I'm going to show you something that's even more helpful. So you want to click on competitor report, and it's going to now open up exactly from the last scan that I did, and it's going to show me how I rank. Now, this is kind of helpful, but check this out. If I click on scan results in all businesses, and I'm going to now zoom in a little bit over here. Let me just zoom in so you can see. Check out all of these marketing agencies that are competing with me for the keyword SEO. This is quite important because I work with a lot of local SEO clients that are in very competitive fields and cities and niches and everything like that. So I'm very familiar with a view like this, which is like, wow, look at every agency that's also going after the keyword SEO. Yet TM Blast is at the top. You got Syracuse SEO Pro. This is how their map ranks, local SEO Advantage, etc. This is how mine is. So I'm at the top in the 30-mile radius. I can see this. There's a lot of competition. So let's get into a couple things that you guys can do. So to start, we're going to just talk about the Google My Business profile. Number one is your reviews. Reviews do matter. They're not the biggest ranking factor, but they do, I believe, help with dwell time. So users who are searching for an SEO profile, or pretend if you are a moving company or an HVAC company, people might read reviews, spend more time in your profile. I think dwell time is a ranking factor. So you want to get reviews, and of course, you want to get reviews, and you want to respond to the reviews as well. So you want to, as the owner, uh, explain what you either did or thank them for whatever they left. I do see this quite a bit. There's a lot of clients that I've onboarded of late that have not responded to the reviews. I always keep saying this is a big opportunity just to respond to the reviews. It's a great way to increase dwell time, which will increase your rankings as well. So get reviews is the hardest part. Just simply now reply to those reviews. That is next. The next part of a Google My Business profile that can really help is the freshness of the account. So what I do with my account is I create updates throughout the week. These are my carousels over here. I'm always sharing something about what I'm doing with my business, whether I go to my office location to meet with a local client in the upstate New York region, or a video that I created, or results that I got for a client. I'm always sharing something. So again, if you're a moving company, if you're an HVAC, if you're a locksmith, etc., share the photos. Try to do this on a daily basis. Just share something that you're doing for your business. Freshness matters. It also, I think, helps with dwell time. Users are going to spend more time in your profile than somebody who's not posting anything like that. Uh, you know, the other part too with your Google My Business profiles, you want to have engaging photos as well. So again, recently I've been contacted by I got some company in New York City that does tree removal reached out to me, and their photos were stock photos on their profile. Um, I don't think Google will ever say like, "Hey, this is a like you can't upload these photos," but I think users are really acutely aware of what is real and what is not. So again, I think the engagement part is really critical. You want to show authentic photos of the team doing the service, not simply just a stock photo that anyone can find on a third party site. Again, trust, engagement. I think all those are metrics that really matter for your Google My Business profile. There's other things too, and in all my videos, I always talk about the same thing, like your description and like your services, products, and category. I don't really want to get into that too much in this video. I'm just talking about what I'm doing for my profile and why I think it's actually helping. So next, what I do from a local Falcon perspective is that for my clients, but even for myself, I use the compare section. So I'm going to click on compare locations, and I'm going to compare myself against just some random company. Let's do this company here in Amsterdam. Click on compare businesses. I do this a lot. This is a gap analysis. So I can see exactly the categories that I have, the number of reviews that I have, the website, the geo mark. This is actually really helpful. So, whether there might be secondary categories that I don't have, or categories maybe I should maybe change from the secondary to primary, this is really helpful. So I encourage you to use local Falcon or another tool, do the compare section. So if you're not ranking as well, see if you're missing any secondary categories you can simply add back to your profile. All right, let's keep going with this. So let's look at the website now. So we talked about Google My Business, freshness, engagement, dwell time. I think that all matters. Things that I also do too is you want to have um, a landing page for every service you provide. So obviously I offer SEO, but SEO can mean a lot of different things like B2B SEO or hourly SEO or Google My Business. So I have pages for all of these sections that I have over here. I think this is really helpful. It allows Google to see that this is an SEO agency. Everything that I provide, the web pages kind of explain that. But what I've also done too is if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, is that I have my Google My Business in the footer. I have my address in the bottom left, or actually, I guess in the footer might be like top left for the footer part. And then I also have the Google My Business reviews directly into my my website. So I'm really connecting those two together. So the map and the reviews. Here's the map. Here are the reviews. I'm cycling them through my website. I think that's building trust. It's creating that connection for Google. What I did also was to really help go after the term SEO. I'll scroll over here. You can see I created a reviews page, and the reviews page again, it brings in my reviews from Google, and also brings in my reviews from Trust Index as well. So Trust Index is a third-party tool, just like Google My Business Reviews. I'm trying to bring in different reviews from people to kind of showcase that this is what I do for my business, and here's everything I have around SEO. So all the reviews have like SEO in them. Again, it builds more trust, everything like that. One final tip that I constantly talk about is entities. So you search for TM Blast over here, you're going to get my website. This is what you can do next. So let's get rid of let's do site tmblast.com, and then I'm going to do minus site https / tmblast.com. So what I'm trying to do over here is hold on. Let me get rid of this site over here. So tmblast minus the site. So this is the command. I'm saying to Google, what do you know about TM Blast that is not on the website? So if you do this exact same search for your business and you're not seeing really any entities that are displaying your business, that's a problem. That's why Google's probably not going to be ranking your results as high. So you can see for me, I have YouTube. That's probably where you're watching this video on. Then I have LinkedIn, but then I have that Trust Index site. That's that third-party site I have my reviews on. That's another entity talking about my business. I'm on Saratoga.com. That's a powerful directory listing because my business is in the Saratoga area. So I'm on this local business. It kind of builds more credibility from a local standpoint. And you can do even some more marketing through that. But I think from like a Google perspective, though, they're like, okay, got it. Like this business is definitely located in this area because they're on this directory that they pay for. So it's a pretty legit business. I'm on TikTok. We go through this. I'm on some other sites as well. It's important to explain this because, again, you can't just be like an island and say, I have an SEO agency and you're running it from like your house or something. And you're like, well, how do I rank for this keyword? You need to create it. You need to treat it as an actual business. So for an actual business, you can't just put all your eggs in one basket, like your website. You got to be on third-party sites, showcasing your address, talking about SEO, getting reviews from third-party sites. And then, as I mentioned too, with the Google My Business part, the dwell time, the engagement, these are all critical metrics to rank better. So, in summary, when you look at the competitive report for the term SEO, it's not like, hey, how many times did you use the keyword SEO in your description, or do you have a product listing that says SEO? It all kind of goes together. So you have to be consistent with your Google My Business profile, share photos, share updates. You want to get reviews from clients. You want to be responding to them. For your service, you obviously want the reviews to include your keyword as well. I think that builds more trust. We talked about the website. You want to have pages that kind of complement your service. And of course, you want to have these online entities that talk about your business as well, your location and the service you provide. Anyway, I hope this was helpful. Again, I'm able to outrank my competition in the area because I'm able to rank better now for the keyword SEO. And it's all because of kind of what I went over, which is simply just the engagement part and tying it all together. Anyway, let me know if you have any questions. And as always, have a good rest of your day.